step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Oh, just look at the smile. That's how happy I am to see you. Hopefully you're waking up on the right side of bed this morning. Good morning, you beautiful souls. Thank you so much for tuning in. You are live with Expresso. It is bright and early, I know, but hopefully we'll enthuse you with all the right kind of energy to kickstart your day. We are loving milking, making the most out of Heritage Month. Every second that we can save it, we're going to do that. We're going to continue to explore the wonders of the Eastern Cape, one of my favorite parts of the world. And you're going to also have an opportunity to catch up with one of our favorites, Nick Hammond, and the team from the 5 Drive Heritage Tour. They are exploring this country in the perfect way. And of course, they have shed a light on some absolute gems, and hopefully they'll give us a window into South Africa that you might not have seen before. But it's also a very important day because we're looking after our beating hearts this morning. Oh, my beating hearts are sitting right here. Morning, guys.
Oh, good morning, G. Good morning, everybody. Jamie Dominic reporting live for duty.
And of course, my name is Raul Demoni. Thank you once again for joining us on this spectacular Tuesday as we kickstart off the magic.
Yes.
And of course, this morning on social media, as you heard from G, we're chatting about World Heart Day. And of course, we're asking you, what are your, one or two or maybe even 3 ways that you could share, or tips that you could share that could possibly increase or help out with good health and good heart health, especially. Jamie, any tips from your side? That
very excited to be speaking about this and continuing this conversation on this very important day. I think it's all about exercise, eating healthy, and then just taking care of your heart. We used to have a saying growing up, it's like, who's your heart then? No, like, how's your heart then now? So let us know how your heart is.
You know what, interesting that what you just mentioned now, 3 big tips that I think are so important when it comes to your diet, exercise, and obviously just having a good, happy, healthy heart. I think the show actually serves all 3 of that. We've got your healthy foods coming in the kitchen, you've got the exercise coming from myself and you later in the show, and of course the entire show is going to include lots and lots of laughter. So
yes,
all of the recipes that you need for a happy heart.
Happiness for a good heart, absolutely. You know what also makes our heart happy? The rest of the team. A very good morning to you.
Raul did say the show will include lots of laughter. We've got to start on the right note. Good morning, good morning.
I miss you so much.
I'm
so happy to see you, Uncle Dave.
Virtual hug.
Virtual hug.
Ah,
man,
good morning
to you, South Africa. Good morning to you, team. Ikamalam Gukusha Adams.
And I'm Tabiso Makubela. And we're starting on a generous note with Buy Smart this morning, right?
Yes, we are. Now, winning big with us has never been easier. Our 4th and final lucky viewer will prepare to spin the Buy Smart virtual wheel of prizes this Thursday and stand a chance of winning either a queen-size bed, fridge, washing machine, or smartphone, and it could be you.
Oh, it really could be you. All you have to do is SMS HI on WhatsApp to 072-897-6278 and follow the steps. And of course, open your camera and scan the QR code to get the link to sign up, browse Buy Smart promos and products. There are so many of them. You don't want to miss any of them. And upload a photo of your till slip when you buy Tiger Brands products, and of course earn products, or rather, well, you earn the products when you buy them, right? But of course, you earn points for your purchases. And of course, your points can unlock rewards ranging from airtime and fast food vouchers to movie tickets to shopping vouchers. Oh, it's a lot, but it's also very, very quick and easy. And of course, you can sign up on the go.
Now, remember, when you sign up this month, you automatically stand a chance to go into our weekly draw and walk away with one of those incredible prizes, including, once again, a queen-size bed,
yes,
a fridge,
yes,
a washing machine, or even a smartphone. Ooh. Here's the QR code one last time, just in case you've missed it. Sign up today, and who knows, it could be you spinning our virtual wheel of prizes this coming Thursday and walking away a big, big winner with Buy Smart.
Get rewarded for your shopping choices with Buy Smart. Send HI on WhatsApp to 072-897-6278 and follow the steps. You will stand a chance of winning incredible prizes weekly on Expresso.
Hey Expresso family, it's time for you to get creative and start cooking or baking your family favorites with Snowflake for your chance to win great cash prizes.
We want you to share your Snowflake homemade creations and memories with families all around South Africa.
Share a photo of your Snowflake homemade recipe using any Snowflake product to our Expresso Facebook or Twitter page. Tell us why this recipe is so special to you and use the hashtag Snowflake Homemade.
And 3 lucky winners will walk away with a grand prize of 5,000 Rand cash each.
Create flop-proof homemade happiness and memories with Snowflake.
The competition closes the 30th of September 2020 and T's and C's can be found at www.expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you. Use your jazz hands. Neil Anthony, use
Jazz
your
hands.
It's a birthday. It's your birthday, hopefully, today. And hopefully someone loves you enough to send through an awesome message this morning. Neil Anthony joining us to whip up something special. Ice cream. You scream,
buddy.
we all scream for ice cream. Yes, we are celebrating
birthday, you can have
today's
ice cream for
birthdays.
breakfast.
Of course, you gotta have a good start to your day. So Neil Anthony has kindly offered to whip up something really special, a very quick berry and banana ice cream. Before we get onto that though, we're gonna wish some of you a very happy birthday. So if you happen to have a sweet tooth, then get your ingredients ready for just a moment. But right now, let's see who you're celebrating your birthday with today. You share it with Ashley Nicolette Frangipani, also known as Halesy. Really cool name. So she turns 26 years young today. Every party needs some music, and this birthday girl knows exactly how to get the party started with over 1 million album sales, and get this, over 6 billion streams in the US alone. That is insane. She is undoubtedly the best person to get the party started with. So happy birthday, girl. And hopefully you're celebrating your birthday with her, just like our very special guest this morning, Oranilwe Molloy. And I have a feeling we've got Ori on the line right now. A very good morning. Ori, are you there?
Hi, how are you?
Yes, it is your birthday. You can sound more excited than that. A very good morning. It's Graham. Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm okay. How yourself?
I'm very good. I know it's early. I know it's really early to be phoning you. How are you feeling on your birthday? You're turning 19 years old. That's a cool age, man. How are you feeling?
I'm very excited. I am okay, actually.
Oh, man, I love it. So here is a very special message that came through from, I would imagine, some people who are very special to you, from Mamiki, Ratabile and Tabang. They say, happy 19th birthday, girl. Enjoy your day to the fullest. Ke orata ka le rato. So do you want to say anything to them, seeing as they had the gumption to send you an awesome message? Anything you want to say to them?
Yes, thank you to Mamiki. If it wasn't for her, this wouldn't have happened. Thank you very much. And I love her to bits.
Oh, man. Well, clearly you are loved as well. Go and have the most amazing day today. And from the Expresso family, we're sending you all of our love as well.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, man. So happy birthday, Ori. Go and have an amazing day. Let's see who else is celebrating their birthdays today. Mubarak Mohammed Ayan Ramla, on your first birthday, may the Almighty grant you many more years. Inshallah, stay as cute as you are, with lots of love from your grandparents, great granny, your uncle, and from Titi. That's going out to Mohammed. Then Shantae Carlsa, also celebrating her birthday. I'm making a very special birthday wish to the most amazing friend and an incredible, wonderful sister. Dear Shantae, on your special day, I'd like to wish you an exciting life full of great discoveries and joyful surprises. We love you unconditionally, and that's from the whole Carlsa clan. Then Mohorosi is also celebrating today. Masadio Tsile is celebrating. Friends come and go, money comes and goes, but family is forever. If Cape Town was not far, I would have hugged and kissed you right now. Aunt, may this special day of yours be a memorable one. May you see many more years to come, and that's with loads of love from Tato Mortale. And then to Retumetse Tekiso, to my dear cousin, may your day be filled with love and joy. May you see many more years. O Lekane Ana, and that's happy birthday, Kazi, love your sister, Tato Mortale. And then to Mina, Nayan, Banita, and Nina, it's a group birthday we're celebrating. We wish you all a happy birthday. May the rest of your year be filled with success, love, and family. So hopefully you feel special this morning, just like Ori. If you did get a special message. If not, please send us a message for someone that you love, and we'd love to get it in video form. Send us a 15-second video on WhatsApp to 071-640-6551, or you can wish your loved ones a happy birthday live on the show. We might even just give them a ring to brighten up their day and make it a happy, happy birthday. And who knows, we might even make them an ice cream. Are you ready, buddy? I gave you...
There were a couple of tongue twisters there, man.
Woo! Brew, I'm hoping you can cool this tongue down a little bit. I could hear your murmurings from the side. But I love it. So after butchering all of your names here, we're going to appease you with a beautiful banana and berry
simple.
ice cream. It's simple and it's delicious,
Super
bro.
simple, yeah. I mean, the thing is, you could even have this as a breakfast smoothie if you're feeling funky. You can just add a bit more milk to it, and then it gets a bit looser, so you could probably drink it through a straw.
Okay.
But I mean, it's super simple. You just need to take your food processor. We can take the lid off, I think. I think so, anyway. So you just pop it into your food processor.
As difficult as possible.
Yeah, I know, exactly, yeah. So food processor in, you got just some berries. You can either buy them fresh and then freeze them yourself, or you can actually buy frozen berries from the shop these days, which is super simple, obviously. Always have some banana in there as well. That gives it a really nice texture. You could add some peanut butter and stuff like that if you're feeling funky. Some honey for a little bit of extra sweetness.
And there's a reason why we're putting this in your body this early in the morning. The banana has so many health benefits.
For sure.
It's got a lovely slow burn energy release as well. The berries are unbelievably good for you in terms of the antioxidants and the vitamins that are contained therein.
And then you just pop some oats in there as well.
Just for
and then, I mean, really, that's it, really.
Oh, wow.
So you sort of play around with your milk content, depending on how thick or thin you want it. So you just pop that in again and give it another whiz.
Simple as that. And I would imagine
Robert, your mother's brother.
There we
Bob's
go.
your uncle. There you go.
Do you need to refreeze with the frozen stuff in it? Is that going to have the kind of the...
No, I mean, you could pop this back in the freezer and it'll set up a bit more. But I mean, I like this sort of, this sort of consistency on the ice cream. And then, of course, you could garnish it with more fresh berries and however you like to do that.
Just to jazz it up a little bit.
Yeah, jazz up a bit. And there you go.
You have to. You've got to throw the oats from afar.
You have to, yeah. So that's about that, really.
Absolutely amazing. Can I get a taste?
Get involved.
Just for me, I like the fact that the pug is wearing its mask.
Masked.
And
that
maintaining a social distance as well.
Even my shirt has a mask on. A little bit of texture there as well, so it's not, just sort of not just too smooth. So yeah, that's that really. Nice,
that's nice.
Nice and easy. Yeah.
It's essential that
definitely, yeah.
Nice
creaminess
texture. Yeah. It's not too sweet, which is great.
Perfect. Perfect for birthday mornings or any other morning.
That's absolutely delicious, man.
Yeah?
It's sweet, but it's not too sweet.
A little bit of whiskey in there if you're feeling too funky.
Yeah, a little bit of brandy.
Yeah.
No, we're joking.
Adult it up a bit. No, not some of it.
Dude, that's absolutely amazing. You can find this recipe along with all of our amazing culinary inspiration on expressoshow.com. Go and check it out. And if you are celebrating your birthday today, go and make yourself one of these. Happy birthday.
Cadbury Dairy Milk Glass and a Half Project presents There's a Story in Everyone. Visit cadbury.co.za/storytime for more information on how to share your inspirational story.
Like super loud.
Well, very loud, yeah.
Okay.
I'll turn it down.
Graham's comms was like very loud. He's going to turn it down.
Yeah. There we go.
I'm going to just take it.
Say something? If you can hear me?
Just talk with you. Oh, you Greg?
Yeah, that's much better. Thanks. Thanks. That whole segment was just weird.
Greg,
and then,
can you hear about it?
gotta love auto cue. So what it does is, it just pushes them together. So you get one, just like 50 consonants next to each other. And as much as, my
phonetic spit out.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast show, Expresso, right here on SABC3. Now it's time to celebrate the woman of our kingdom. Our fashion and beauty editor, Nox Mafu, recently paid a visit to the Woolworths store at the V&A waterfront to educate herself a little more on the Sir John and W Beauty Volume 3 collection, an elegant collaboration that represents the women of South Africa.
The global makeup range we've all been waiting for is finally here. Sir John and W Beauty are here to give us the most incredible range called Sir John Volume 3. Now this is an exciting range because it's all about rain and shine, and I mean all South African women are just that. So let's find out what's going on.
From concept and art direction, Sir John and W Beauty sought to, really have an ode to women and celebrate the wave of women reigning and shining, and aptly named the collection Rain and Shine. Local artists and experts came together to ensure that from product, packaging and the campaign, it really was true and deeply and authentically drenched and enriched in South Africa, and they really wanted to keep that aesthetic.
The first thing that stands out to me is the packaging. I mean, it is absolutely divine and an ode to the King Protea, which of course is our national flower, and actually designed by local designer Robin Pretorius.
As we go into a new season, I think it's no better way than to re-energize your makeup kit by adding this brand new collection that is limited, also beautifully curated with amazing shades and really great color payoff.
I can't wait to try the 2 new lipsticks in this range. We have Honey Flower and Amore, which look exquisite in design.
People should really buy the collection because of the amazing color payoff as well as the great packaging. We have the whole collection that is 100% vegan and also not tested on animals.
Now what I look for in a product is versatility, and with this range you've got exactly that. I love the dual color stick because you can use it on your eyes, your lips and your cheeks to get that perfect summer glow. I also love a dramatic eye, which is why I'm so excited about this eyeshadow. It's richly pigmented, which can give you that glow that you need to give a statement wherever you go.
My favorite product has to be the eyeshadow palette. I think the fact that we're all wearing masks these days, there's no better way to really express yourself than through your eyes. And what better way to do it with the Sir John and W Beauty eyeshadow palette.
Ashika, eyes are all the focus for global makeup trends. What's available in this range?
We've got a beautiful eyeshadow palette, which has colors for day and night as well. It's got your matte and your shimmer too. And then we have the shimmer cheek palette. It's very versatile, so you can use it as a highlighter as well. The pigmentation is amazing, and as you can see, it's a variety of colors as well. Both of these products has amazing shimmer in it. It's called the mica mineral that is grounded down.
I am obsessed with the shimmer in all these products. It has a beautiful way of radiating. But of course, application is everything. There are brushes in this range?
Yes, there is. It comes in a set of 3. The bristles are designed for easy application, and it's easy to take care of as well. Cool fact is, the handles are made with 100% recycled materials.
So it's been a bit of a tough one, but I think I'm gonna go with the eye palette for the dramatic eye that we all need with our masks, and of course the lippy. But ooh, I'm definitely taking another lip gloss because you can never have enough. But don't take my word for it. Come to Woolworths and get your products from the Sir John and W Beauty range. Bring out your rain and shine.
Thank you so much, Nox, coming through with all the fashion and beauty. But today we are sharing a great tip on how to keep your fridge 100% fresh. But before we do that, it's time to announce our Daily Crush 100% winner. Today's winner is walking away with the Hisense bar fridge. Isn't that the most fabulous summer prize? I mean, everybody wants it, right?
It truly is, and I cannot wait. And can we get a drum roll, please? The winner is Fatuani Nepumpada! Woo! You've won yourself that 100% handy fridge, and let's get that pick onto the leaderboard.
Uncle Tabsy is standing by. He's our little assistant today. You do your thing, Uncle Tabsy. Show us. Yes. I love that. Look at that. Now, of course, if you want to be a winner too, entering is quick and easy. Take a look at this.
Are you ready to stand a chance to win 100% goodness prizes with Crush? 100% you are. 100% goodness winners will be announced daily on Expresso from Monday to Friday from September through December. To enter, buy Crush promo packs, see the back of the label and scratch. And if you find a unique code, dial the USSD number on the pack to stand a chance to win immediate prizes or go into the grand prize draw. If you don't find a unique code, keep buying Crush to find the hidden codes. Crush is 100% fruity, fresh, tasty and refreshing.
Made with love by Clover.
Listen, we are about to give you that tip to keep your fridge 100% fresh. But before we do so, maybe you want to be 100% hydrated. Would you like something to drink?
100%, yes, please. May I have some mango in my life?
Mango coming through for you at your service.
Yes, so this tip, quite interesting for me. It's all about the scents, the flavors and the things that we have in the house. And I know this is quite a cool one because especially when we're cooking with Chef Clem, there's so many different flavors and everything else going in the kitchen. Sometimes you want to get rid of that cooking smell and just have that fresh zestiness before you kind of get back into the house. So
Absolutely.
I think this tip is perfect for that, right?
Absolutely. Now, did you know that you can actually keep your refrigerator 100% fresh by adding a lovely scent, which Raul's going to be doing today?
Yes.
We're big fans of keeping things natural because you are nature boy, of course.
Yes.
Now, all you have to do is place the peel of your favorite citrus fruit, like an orange or a lemon, which you're going to show us, of course, along with a few tablespoons of salt into a very small bowl and leave it on a shelf in your refrigerator. So you're just going to...
So I'm doing a little bit of a zest here using my grater. So I'm going back and forth just to kind of, as you can see, get these little peels coming off there. I like to get these small pieces, but if you'd like to, you can use something else like a lemon, of course, and just go for a straight peel. And again, this is natural. This is all sort of a natural preservative, especially when you're talking about the lemon. So this is... Just wanted to cut my hands here.
This is the first time he's doing it, everybody.
Don't give away my secrets, Jamie. I'm trying to be all cool here, man. Come on.
That's okay. We learn something new every day. But what happens actually is that the salt absorbs any odors while the citrus actually fills the air with a fresh, bright aroma. So many times, you know, you leave the onions in or you just have anything standing in the fridge. This will give it that, when you open the fridge, it will just give that burst of lemon, fresh zestness. And
like these people actually clean their house. Wow, 100%.
I know it's your first time, but cheers for doing a good job.
Cheers.
And now you
I
have
get it well.
a zesty fridge.
I love it, love it, love it.
Get your 100% goodness with Crush. Scratch and stand the chance to win hundreds of goodness prizes for 100 days with hashtag Crush100.
Made with love by Clover. Oh, you can make my day.
So I'm chatting to Umalume Musa here. He's owned a small clothing factory for years now, and he's always inspired me with his success. But like a lot of businesses, this lockdown's hit him hard. So he spoke to his banker, and they've put together a tailor-made relief solution for him to help his business and his people get through this. Making your bank your business partner, that's a habit worth keeping.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You're still locked in. It's your feel-good breakfast show, and now 6 months have passed since the COVID-19 pandemic lockdown hit South Africa, bringing life and our economy to a standstill. And now we're not only celebrating Tourism Month, but also the fact that travel is once again permitted within South Africa.
I can hear the woohoos going across the land. We absolutely love to explore our own land, and certain areas stand out. Now, CEO of the Eastern Cape Parks and Tourism Agency, Vuyani Dayamani, is joining us via video to boast, I'm sure, about how travel and tourism has resumed in South Africa, and of course explore the beautiful attractions and packages that are available in the Eastern Cape. What an unbelievable destination. Vuyani, a very good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Ryan and Graham. Thank you guys for hosting us.
It's a pleasure having you, and I know G and I are obviously so excited. It's one of our most incredible and one of our favorite spots in Africa. And the question to you is, how is the Eastern Cape planning to regain that domestic tourism market share now that South Africa's moved into level 1?
I think during lockdown, we were like a dog paddling underwater. We took advantage of repositioning and rebranding the province with the 6 attributes, a gradual shift from adventure, but taking advantage of the other attributes that the province offers. I mean, your heritage, culture, scenic beauty, coastal landline that we have. So we've used this opportunity to say, how do you reposition and reintroduce the Eastern Cape so that the person who's been there before could also begin to appreciate other offerings that we have. So this opportunity for us is what we are using. And I think it's amplifying that message that other than adventure, there's a whole host of other things that you can do. And that's the approach.
I would suggest you start with an adventure, though. I absolutely love it, and I think you could spend an entire lifetime exploring the Eastern Cape, undoubtedly. But I think we can't get over the fact that we are still in level 1 of lockdown, that safety is still front of mind. How safe is it for people to travel in the Eastern Cape right now?
The open space that we have, the coastal lines that we have, are a welcoming antidote from being locked down, and you come outdoors and explore. What we also pride ourselves with is that from the communities, the active citizenry, the LTOs, our local tourism organizations, the associations, the law enforcement agencies. One of the attributes that always, dumbfold us when people ask us about the Eastern Cape, the first reaction is, where is the map? What map? The map of the Eastern Cape. And the first thing is, but why do you want a map? It's an indication of how safe the destination is, because it means that these people want to take their self-drives and they are able to trust that when they get lost, they can ask any local. So that's the demonstration that you have, that it is a beautiful province, it is a safe province to come and enjoy.
You get lost, and as I've experienced, you end up getting a chief's welcome and enjoying a meal with a family that is sitting down in the evening. I've never experienced a welcome in a rural space like that. It is unmatched in the country, man.
It will start when you get lost in the petrol station. You'll find a guy who will direct you. And that's the beauty of what we have as a province, the warmth of the people to assist those self-guided tourists to be able to enjoy the offering.
Oh, it sounds so exciting. Now you're getting us all worked up, and G and I were just chatting about all the incredible options that you have, the untouched landscapes, the wild coast, inland. But I mean, now that travel in South Africa is allowed, and Africa for that matter, everything's now permitted, can you tell us about the travel packages and some of those specials that are available just to entice people to visit this beautiful province of yours?
I mean, we did something with the South African tourism CEO, which was just to get to Hogsback, which is a rural town. And the emotion that trip, in terms of the pictures that we've shown, has evoked from heritage to culture, the mountains of Kaiskamok, in terms of what they evoke from the Makoma, the Lambes, and the shit. The important point in terms of the specials, we're making this point that says, with the sector and the trade, we've consolidated what we deem as packages. I mean, some of the discounts, colleagues, that you could get from 40%, 60%, you want to do Shamwari, you can even find yourself doing 65% discount. I mean, we know what Shamwari can do. Some other important golfer who went there, evoked emotion and proposed at the Shamwari. So if you are able to get such an exposure in terms of the outdoor, I mean, the outdoor is there welcoming. So we've just packaged them. There's a link that we've created that says www.ecopenfortravel.co.za. That's where our specials are, I mean, in terms of what you can do. But also, if you follow us on our Facebook page, Eastern Cape Tourism, you'll be able to see some of these. We have packaged them. They're available for people to come and enjoy.
It's Tourism Month 2020. We are reveling in the opportunity to get outdoors and explore our country. I know you've touched on a few of these, but maybe just to inspire us before we let you go and enjoy your beautiful province, what are some of those sectors that you are really highlighting during this time?
I think the emphasis this time around has been on rural tourism, rural development in terms of what you can contribute. I mean, that's the very point that you started with from Hawksbeck. This is what, a little town in the middle of nowhere can do. And the driver of that particular town is tourism, nothing else. If you go to your Port St. John's, the Wild Coast, I mean, all our rural towns, they are that spectacle to behold. The rural development as part of our tourism contribution is our focus this month around.
Oh, buddy, thank you so much for Yanni, for being so inspired about this beautiful part of the world where you live. I know it's pretty easy when you're talking about the Eastern Cape, but I think you can see how enthused we are. Have a fantastic remainder of Tourism Month, and hopefully people will come flocking to see your beautiful province.
We also thank you guys for hosting us.
Oh, an absolute pleasure, G. I'm
pumped, man. I want to do blow crops again.
I've been waiting so patiently for the tourism sector to resume, man. So now that I can finally book that Eastern Cape holiday that I've had my eye on, oh yes, local has never been so lekker, G. Yeah.
The birth and resting place of Madiba. Wamkelekile in the Eastern Cape, a province that is yours to explore.
Oh, that looks absolutely fantastic, guys. But on to more scenic views, because on the 5th of September, the 5FM team, that's the 5 Drive, the entire team, they kicked off their 4th annual 5 Drive Heritage Tour, which is previously known as the Hamantime Heritage Tour, which aims to celebrate our amazing sites and various cultures in the country. And we have so many of them to see and to celebrate, but it's difficult to get through to all of them, and that's why that the team is out there and making sure that they bring us all of this action. Here to give us an update on how things are going, Nick Hammond, Bibi Mbangula, Nadia Romanes and Jude van Wyk are out there in the Eastern Cape. Good morning, team.
Morning!
Hey! Wow, what a way to start a brand new day. Nick, this tour is absolutely fantastic. I mean, I have followed you since right the beginning. I remember the one time we went all the way past Hammanskraal, past Bella Bella, and I was really just taking it all in. But today, you seem to have elevated it quite a bit. Where are you? What's happening? What can you show us?
We're literally elevated. I'm in Addo right now with my entire team. We're in the Eastern Cape. We're probably about 100 kilometers from the coastline. Right behind me, we've got citrus trees. Behind that, we've got big giant trees, rolling hills, skies, a smattering of clouds. The sun is rising just toward the east line here. Oh. It's an incredible part of the country, and we're exploring it with giraffes and elephants. And now you guys, welcome.
Yeah, did you guys sleep there? Did you wake up right there where you at? Were you camping? What's the story?
We thankfully are not camping, but fun fact, we're staying inside homes that are built to replicate the way in which dung beetles live. Can you imagine that?
Wow.
So the way that the dung beetle built their home minus the dung, that's what we woke up in this morning.
Well,
the exception of Mad Money.
Yeah, well, my next question was certainly going to be about the dung. Was that, do you have much dung out of that area there? But of course, Bibi, Nadia and Jude, this is the first heritage tour that you guys are taking as a team, joining Nick. Has the experience been what you guys thought it would be?
It has been out of this world. I mean, look, I knew South Africa was beautiful, but going on this tour with an amazing team has just made me realize how incredibly beautiful our country is and how much there is to explore. And also just getting to know the entire team, because this was our first time broadcasting together. So seeing a beautiful country and being with the team has been such a treat.
But also, Bibi, you have to tell me about the time that you had in Giyani, out in Limpopo. I know that you enjoyed dancing wearing shibelani. Tell me about that.
Oh my goodness, Giyani is still one of my highlights. I mean, we met this amazing lady by the name of Mama Maluleke, and she treated us to the best Shangana cultural food. I mean, we all tried mopani worms, and I actually enjoyed them. And I mean,
Yeah, carry on, yeah?
and she made this beautiful shibelani, and we got to try it on, and we like shot this beautiful music video dancing to Shangana cultural music. Oh man, it was the best time ever, man. I just love the Shangana culture. I think I'm an honorary Shangana now.
You know what? As a Shangan man myself, I think I can certainly say, with all the warmth, welcome you into the Shangan culture. You're most welcome to stay. But Nadia, I know that you love nature, and you guys have had many, many amazing game drives. Pilansberg, for example, early morning that you had there, the Kruger night, and there's been many others. What's been your favorite? What's been a standout for you?
Oh, it's so difficult because we have been so incredibly lucky when it comes to the kinds of sightings that we've had. We've seen so many amazing things. It's really difficult to choose. But I think the night drive for me was the favorite in the Kruger Park. It was so cool. We got to see all kinds of different animals that we didn't usually see on our day drives. We got to see 3 male lions walking to go and feed. They were looking for their next meal. We saw a leopard and was just walking in the road right next to us. We saw hyenas. We saw, I think I spotted like an African wild cat, which is super rare. So it was really amazing. Yeah, I would
that is
100%
incredible.
recommend a night drive.
Oh, Nadia, the thing is about the Kruger is that it's such a spectacular place to be day or night. And I'm so jealous, but we're living through your social media. Jude van Wyk, okay, tell us about how you learned to communicate with dolphins in Sodwana. I mean, that is quite something, please. Come on.
Well, I feel like I was born with it, really. But what an amazing experience down in Sodwana Bay. We jumped into open water, which made me really nervous. But then this pod of dolphins came swimming by, and I was taken aback. It was quite a humble experience. Literally changed my life. And the story that I'm going to tell everyone is that this one dolphin swam up to me, kind of looked at me, and he said, "Away." And I said, "Away." Yeah, it was such a fun experience. This is also my birthday month, which is it's quite special. I didn't know I was going to spend my birthday this month doing what we're doing, and yeah, it's quite special.
Jude van Wyk, the dolphin whisperer. Away. Now, of course, Nick, you're close to the end of your tour for this year. What's next? What have you got your eyes set on coming up next in terms of this tour? Where can we expect to see you taking it in the future?
Bro, from here, we leave Addo, we stay in the Eastern Cape, but we head down toward Oudtshoorn, and we're going to see what that part of the world has to offer. A lot of stuff isn't open yet, and a lot of things are still slowly starting to return, and that's such a big part of the tour this year, is to encourage people safely to do so, invest in your country, right? And then from there, we head down to half of our hometowns, the Western Cape, where we're going to wrap up somewhere around Cape Town over the next couple of days. But Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. will be the last day of the Heritage Tour this year.
And what have you taken out of this entire experience, Nick?
For me, it's been this idea that lockdown's been really, really hard on the country, and I think a lot of people have become frustrated and impatient, and a lot of people have suffered as well, and especially the tourism industry. But right now, we can't leave South Africa. This is the only place in the world that we have, and it's the perfect opportunity to remind ourselves how beautiful this country is, how spectacular and amazing. So every day on the radio, we're trying to showcase that, the people, the places, the hidden gems that make it beautiful. And to encourage people safely to go out and do it as well. Put some money back, invest into this country. It's the best place in the world, and we want to show that to the world by showing how much we as South Africans can care about it.
And this is so beautiful, because if the world can't come to South Africa, then South Africa has to see all of our 9 beautiful countries and show it to the world. Thank you so much for traveling our 9 beautiful provinces and, of course, sharing them in this beautiful way. We really have enjoyed watching this tour unfold, and you've shared the experience in the most beautiful, beautiful way. Certainly made me want to get onto my tablet right now and make a booking to one of those destinations. So thank you very much, Nick, Bibi, Jude, and Nadia.
Bye.
Yes, guys. Of course, you can catch them on 5FM. You can go into 5fm.co.za.
Well, from the dolphin whisperer to the dog whisperer, our resident one, in fact. Now, you may think that only certain dogs have the ability to learn really new, cool tricks, but that's not the case. All dogs are able to learn new commands and actually enjoy doing so. So today, our dog trainer, Karis Nafti, is going to show us how we can teach our dogs to spin in a circle, and it's not as hard as you think. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Karis. Today I'm going to show you how to teach your dog to chase their tail. Lyric, spin.
Spin. Yay! Good girl. This is Lyric. She's my assistant today. Spin. To begin this trick, have a treat in your hand and put it at the same height as your dog's nose. And simply wrap their nose around toward their tail and reward them when they complete a circle. If your dog should sit, it means your hand is too high. So keep it nice and low, even with your dog's tail, so that they're comfortable moving in a circle and getting a reward for completing that circle. As your dog is comfortable, start adding a command. Spin. Good girl. The next step is to take the treat out of your hand, but keep everything else the same. Spin. Then reward them from your other hand. Lyric. Spin. And then gradually stand up straighter. So to get your dog to do this trick as well as Lyric, it might take you a few weeks. She obviously knows this trick, but I'm showing you all the steps so that you can practice with your dog to get there. Do both sides. You can even have a different word like twist or spin for a right turn and a left turn, which is super cool. So thanks, Lyric, for helping me out today. At home, no matter what kind of dog you have, you can do tricks with your dog. They all love it, regardless of what sort of breed you have. So keep training and have fun.
A flea and tick-free dog is a happy dog. Protect your dog from harmful parasites with NextGuard Spectra's tasty chewables. Did you know your dog needs to take just one NextGuard Spectra chew once a month to treat and prevent the broadest range of troublesome parasites, including ticks, fleas, mites, and various worms. NextGuard Spectra can be given with or without food to puppies as young as 8 weeks and to dogs of all sizes and breeds. NextGuard Spectra is the tasty chew you can trust and the treat your dog will love.
Yeah, so don't be left chasing your tail. NextGuard Spectra, one chewable tablet that does it all. Now, if that didn't rock your world, maybe you felt the tremors beneath your feet over this past weekend in the Western Cape. We're going to find out what exactly happened here in South Africa in just a moment.
It's one for the book readers and the book eaters. One for the construction workers and their helpful ones. One for the laundry sorters and the laundry hoarders. Whoever the dog member of your family, big or small, new NextGuard Spectra, the broad spectrum monthly chew that protects inside and out in one easy step. NextGuard Spectra, just one chew, so easy for you.
Imagine a land where the sun shines all year over unspoilt landscapes. Open spaces and pure air revitalizing body and soul. Imagine crystal clear water teeming with marine life. Imagine wild beasts roaming the bush with pride. Imagine friendly people filled with the spirit of Ubuntu welcoming you to explore this magical land, the birth and resting place of Madiba. Wamkelekile in the Eastern Cape, a province that is yours to explore.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it, your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, live on SABC3 on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Now, it's been quite the weekend here in the Western Cape after the recent seismic activity. Yes, first with the 6.2 magnitude offshore earthquake, and then the 2.6 magnitude earthquake that hit a lot closer to home. But thankfully, there were no fatalities to report of, or rather damage to infrastructure as well. Now, of course, authorities have told us not to panic. They're saying, calm down, everybody. And now the Council for Geoscience said that these two earthquakes were unrelated, but we can still benefit from better understanding these occurrences and maybe be better prepared for them when they do happen again, or if they do happen again in the future. And for that, we've got Dr. Alistair Sloan, who is a lecturer of structural geology and tectonics at UCT, who joins us to unpack all of this. Doctor, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me.
This past weekend, earthquake, Cape Town, I'm panicking, are we going to die? Tweets
News
galore, everything. People are like, what is happening? And for me, I thought they were lying because I think I'm more centrally based in Cape Town.
Or you were just sleeping?
Oh, I was just sleeping. I slept through it. But this earthquake, are they real or are they induced earthquakes?
So they're definitely real earthquakes. We know that they happened. I also didn't actually feel it, which I'm quite disappointed about, I've got to be honest. Basically what happened was there was a fairly, like a moderate-sized earthquake, so magnitude 6.2, which was a really long way away. It was on the plate boundary between us and Antarctica. To put that into context, it's about the same amount of energy released as the atomic bomb in Hiroshima. So about 56,000 tons of TNT. That's the energy released in that event, which sounds like a lot, but it's over or almost 2,000 kilometers away. So it's not something that we were going to feel here. But then shortly afterwards, there was another earthquake, which was much, much closer. So from the South African National Seismic Network, the locations that we get from those instruments suggest it was just to the north of Cape Town. But it was a much, much smaller event. So if I'm going to use the same scale, it would be maybe a few 100 kilograms of TNT, which sounds like a lot, but remember that's like a few kilometers below the ground surface, right? So if you're that distance from it, it's not necessarily going to cause that much damage. And these types of earthquakes we actually see quite often all over the place, all over the world. They're not that uncommon. So, for instance, there was actually another earthquake of about the same size, which happened in South Africa yesterday to the east of Johannesburg. And it didn't even get reported on, right? So it's because it happened near a populated area where a lot of people felt it, an area where we haven't had an event like this that recently, and so it caused a lot of alarm. And it's a useful reminder that these things do happen. And I mean, is the possibility that you might have a larger event in the area. There are historical cases of significant earthquakes in the Western Cape. But it's a very slowly deforming area, and so it's not likely there's going to be kind of a major event which is going to cause damage in the near future.
Technology has certainly advanced a lot in that space in terms of being able to predict if we are going to be having any earthquakes, when we will be having any earthquakes. What's that looking like? How does it work? Do we want to predict? Do we want to know when earthquakes are going to happen, Doctor?
So we would love to be able to predict when earthquakes are going to happen. Unfortunately, we can't do it. Okay, so this is the part which always makes me feel like I'm failing at my job as an earthquake researcher.
Oh, no,
everybody wants to.
Fantastic.
So basically, there's not currently a way that we can say there's going to be an earthquake in this place on Tuesday, right? That's what we want, because then we can evacuate people and everyone would be safe. Instead, what we try and do is we try and say, okay, so What's the largest earthquake we might have here? How often might that kind of earthquake reoccur? How can we make sure that our critical infrastructure, so things like power stations and hospitals, can withstand the largest earthquake that could happen in this particular area? Does that make sense?
It totally makes sense, because I asked you earlier on, if South Africa can withstand an earthquake, both infrastructure-wise, but also as people, because these are not a lot that common within where, the populated spaces. We had a brief conversation earlier on where you basically said to me there was an earthquake that was fatal back in
1969.
In 1969 in the Western Cape.
So in the Western Cape, so in the Ceres Torbach area. So there was a magnitude 6.3 earthquake, so similar to the one that we had on the plate boundary.
Yes.
And it caused around 12 fatalities, including, tragically, there was actually a kind of an orphanage, like a children's home, which was very close to where the rupture. And so that's the type of earthquake that we do have some risk from. So they're not huge earthquakes, but they're still large enough that they can cause some damage, but they happen very infrequently. So there was that one. There was actually another one, if you go way back to 1809. Whoa. There was what's sometimes referred to as the Milnerton earthquake. So that's in the same sort of area, maybe a bit further south than these ones.
So the north is where it's at, if you're looking to have a bit of a shake-up.
The northern suburbs.
Can we briefly just expect more earthquakes soon to come?
So it is possible that there might be some more of these little tremors which happen. So often you do get these little clusters, although it could well be over. And I mean, it's always possible that there could be a larger event, but it isn't something that you should be alarmed about. The probability of a major event in the near future is still extremely low.
Oh, fantastic work. Thank you very much, Dr. Alistair
Thank you very
for
much.
joining us and, of course, unpacking all of that we need to know about the earthquakes, a little bit of tremors that we had here in the Western Cape, in the Cape Town, the north of Cape Town, as well as that minor one that happened in Johannesburg as well. But, of course, weigh in on the conversation. Expresso Morning Show, SABC3. Let us know. Did you experience it? Would you like to experience it? And
no.
how prepared are you should it happen again in the near future? But right now, time for some smooth, not smooth.
Smooth, not smooth? I'm trying to decide. Unless I suppose you're an expert in tectonics, maybe in earthquakes, not so smooth. Over this past weekend, I think a couple of people being scared just a little bit, but I think many anxious Cape Townians, hopefully we've laid that anxiety to rest, but we've learned that we've got absolutely nothing to be nervous about at all.
Definitely not, Gina. What is smooth, though, is buying Tropica and, of course, winning. And that is when you flip a cap and find smooth. Now, Msindo from Mpumalanga did just that. And he was called live on Expresso last Friday and won himself a Samsung microwave.
Oh, man, and he was so chuffed, understandably so. So this week, Friday, 2 Tropica consumers who bought Tropica and entered stand the chance to be called live on Expresso to flip a cap for a smooth 43-inch Samsung Serif TV. Look at it. It is beautiful.
A thing of beauty.
Wow.
Now, it's so simple, and this is how you got to enter. You just got to buy yourselves a Tropica promotional pack with a red cap, of course, and then flip the cap. And if you find smooth underneath the cap, then you stand a chance of winning. And if you don't find smooth, then try flipping another cap right up until you do.
And then once you find that smooth, then follow the details on the pack to stand a chance of winning smooth instant prizes like headphones. We've got mobile phones, travel start vouchers. Get out there, explore this country. And we've got return local flights up for grabs, watches, sunglasses, and a whole lot more.
Yeah, and plus you stand the chance of going into the draw to win weekly grand prizes live right here on Expresso. That's every Friday by flipping a cap on our wall till you find smooth, and it's...
Give it a go, come on.
Whoop. As simple
Not smooth.
as that. That's not so smooth, G. You want to go for one?
Because I know, I knew where it was.
As smooth as ever.
Please don't pick 5 when you do win the opportunity, because we'll move it. We're going to move it around. But all the best of luck there. And of course, you have that amazing Samsung TV up for grabs this week. So I suggest you get out there, you flip as many caps on your own as you possibly can. And then hopefully we'll be calling you live next Friday to flip a cap live on Expresso. But you can find all the terms and conditions that apply at tropica.co.za. All the best of luck.
Nice and smooth.
Are you smooth or not smooth? Buy Tropica. Flip the cap. If you find smooth, you stand a chance to win smooth prizes. Tropica, nothing smoother.
Thank you very much, team. Time for us to take a look at the 7 o'clock news headlines here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. We start off here in South Africa, where South Africa and China are working on a 10-year strategic program, a new one for cooperation as the current one nears its end. At an online briefing hosted by the Chinese embassy yesterday, Public Enterprises Minister Pravin Gordhan said that the new plan will focus on collaboration in areas including higher education, skills transfer, health, the digital economy, science and technology. South Africa has been China's biggest trading partner in Africa for 10 years and China the largest recipient of South African goods and services for 11 years. In 2019, total trade was $43.2 billion between the two nations. The government has vowed to increase its electricity generation capacity in order to grow the economy and attract investment. After months of load shedding that negatively affected the economy, an extra more than 11,000 megawatts will soon be added onto the national grid to overcome the country's power problem. President Cyril Ramaphosa said as part of the regulatory reforms, draft amendments to regulations that would enable municipalities in good standing to procure their own power from independent power producers would soon be gazetted. In international news, a team of 12 Chinese doctors arrived in Zimbabwe yesterday to join the country's fight against the coronavirus pandemic. They will be there for the next 12 months. Meanwhile, Zimbabwe is seeking ways to slow the exodus of its doctors as its two-decade economic collapse is touching new lows. Rules are to be tightened on how a certificate will be issued, which doctors need in order to obtain work abroad. The so-called certificate of good standing may now need prior approval by the state. Sir David Attenborough, who has just broken the record for the fastest time in reaching 1 million followers on Instagram, has called on world leaders to do much more to protect nature. His plea came as 65 heads of state signed a global pledge to reverse losses in the natural world by 2030. Meanwhile, Sir David has attended a private viewing of his new documentary at Kensington Palace, hosted by Prince William. The naturalist gave 7-year-old Prince George a fossilized giant tooth from an extinct shark, which is some 23 million years old. And now, some good advice for when you feel stressed out. Loving those cute animal videos that more than often do the rounds on social media? Are you that person? Well, a new study conducted by the University of Leeds in the UK and Tourism Western Australia found that watching videos of cute animals is great for your health. Yes, that's what they said. They partnered up to explore the physiological and psychological impact of cute animals on students and staff at the University of Leeds. The research was intentionally timed during winter exams, a time when stress is at a significantly high level. The participants were asked to watch 30-minute slideshows that included pictures and video clips of various cute animals such as puppies and kittens and many others. Of course, short-tailed scrub wallabies as well, and they said to be the happiest animals on the planet. In all cases, the study saw blood pressure, heart rate and anxiety go down considerably in participants. And 30 minutes after watching the video, as quickly as 30 minutes really, in fact, anxiety rates went down by as much as 35%. The study also found that most participants preferred video clips over still images, particularly of animals interacting with humans. So next time you feel stressed out, take a break and watch a cute animal video. Go find one right now. Here's Graham with a look at your sports.
Great to have rugby back, and let's get into some rugby news first. Springbok wing Courtnall Scosa and former junior box Mnombo Zwelandaba and Kalu Sari have been named as injury replacements for the Springboks green and gold squads in the Springbok Showdown scheduled to take place this coming weekend. They will take the places of Frans Malherbe, Sajil Peterson and Siabelo Senatla, all forced to withdraw due to injuries after this past weekend's Super Rugby action. So the box showdown between the Springbok green and golds and Springbok gold teams set to take place. The final fixture, in fact, at Newlands on Saturday from 5 p.m. End of an era. Then on to last night's cricketing action. The Royal Challengers Bangalore beat defending champions Mumbai Indians in a super over at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium in the IPL last night. Both teams posting 201 runs, with South Africa's AB de Villiers hitting 55 not out from 24 deliveries. In the super over, Mumbai Indians, they posted 7 for 1. Navdeep Saini took the wicket of Kieran Pollard from the West Indies. The Martin de Villiers and captain Virat Kohli have been stars for the team. They won the match for RCB, posting 11 runs in their over. So today, the table-topping Delhi Capitals will take on the bottom of the log Sunrisers Hyderabad, and that's at 4 p.m. Then on to last night's football action. Reigning English Premier League champions Liverpool made it 3 wins in 3 matches. That was after beating the Gunners 3-1 at Anfield late last night. Goals by man of the match Sadio Mane, Andy Robertson, and new signing from Wolves Diogo Jota confirmed the match for the Reds. So Liverpool are level on 9 points on the log with Leicester City and Everton. The Gunners, Arsenal, are currently in 5th place with 6 points. Then back onto clay. 3-time Roland Garros winner Serena Williams advanced to the competition's second round. That was after seeing her fellow American Christy Ahn 7-6, 6-love. The 39-year-old Williams is on a quest to win her 24th Grand Slam singles title at the French Open this year. She'll next play Bulgaria's Tsvetana Pironkova. And then in the men's singles title race, the king of clay, Rafael Nadal, he eased past Belarusian Igor Gerasimov 6-4, 6-4, 6-2 to advance to the second round. Nadal, who is a 12-time French Open winner, will face American Mackenzie McDonald in the next round. That's where we leave our sport for now. Let's take a look at the sky and see what the weather has in store for today.
Before we get into the forecast this morning, here are some sunrise pictures sent in by you to brighten up your morning. This one comes from Nick Lombard, captured in Lurie's Fontaine, Northern Cape. Absolutely stunning picture. Thank you so much, Nick. Now, you will enjoy clear skies today with a temperature range from a chilly 2 degrees to an afternoon temperature of 21 degrees. Grisham Madan shares this, how the sky meets the sea with this Durban skyline image. Durbs can expect 61% chance of rain with an afternoon temperature reaching the high teens at 19 degrees. Thank you so much for your sunrise pictures. Please continue to share them on our social media platforms because we absolutely love seeing how you wake up across our beautiful country. Now, one of nature's greatest light shows took on a new tint as the northern lights appeared pink in the skies over Norway and Finland during the past few days. Auroras can be many colors, but more than often they are green. Also known as the northern lights, it's a natural light display usually seen in high latitude areas. Norway, Iceland, Alaska and northern Canada are among destinations known for their incredible northern lights viewing. Auroras occur when charged particles from the sun collide with atoms in the Earth's upper atmosphere. This time, stargazers living in the northern United States also experienced some auroras late Sunday night and early yesterday morning as solar storms produced the jaw-dropping spectacle of lights. Truly a sight to see. But bringing it back home with today's temperatures, intermittent clouds in Polokwane with a low of 13 reaching a high of 25. A dreary condition in Bombela 14-22 and do expect 55% chance of rain. A sunny day with cloudy intervals in Pretoria 10-28. Jozi Maboneng 9-25 are your temperatures this Tuesday, and Mahikeng starts off the morning with a low of 9 degrees reaching an afternoon temperature of 27. Klerksdorp 4-24, Kimberley 4-22 and Bloemfontein starts the morning with a chilly -2 but will reach an afternoon temperature of 22 degrees. A spell of rainy weather in Richards Bay 15-20 and 65% chance of rain. Partly sunny with showers in Pietermaritzburg 10-17. Durban, South Africa's playground 13 is your low and you will reach a high of 19. And mainly cloudy showers in Mthatha at a low of 6 degrees reaching a high of 20. East London 9-21, Cradock 1-20 and 42% chance of rain in Port Elizabeth with a low of 8 degrees reaching a high of 17. George 7-17, the mother city Cape Town 25% chance of rain with a low of 9 and an afternoon temperature of 18. Worcester 3-19, Sutherland -3 with a maximum temperature of 14, and lastly Appington with a low of 3 degrees and a high of 22. Now, that was a look at your weather this Tuesday morning. Remember, whichever part of the country you're in, whatever the weather, make sure to have yourselves a feel-good kind of day. And I believe that our very own Katlego Mabu is out there elevating the feel-goodness.
Yes, he will. He will be out there. He's on standby, elevating the feel-goodness. But of course, he's going to be bringing it all to your TV screen as he joins the Hope Tober Tour bus. I joined them last week. Such a fantastic time.
Man.
Oh, man, we went around spreading love and hope across all of Johannesburg. It's in Cape Town this morning.
Yeah, so he's going to get his sing on. Then, of course, a day to focus on your health. It is World Heart Day, and we're going to explore some healthy lifestyle tips in just a moment.
Join us tonight at 7:30 as the Insider Essay explores the theme of curation. Meet creative designer Nkuli Mlangeni, who's expressing her African heritage in Sweden. Learn how top chef Bertus Besson is inspired by his childhood to create award-winning dishes. And discover a bespoke furniture design studio drawing insight from nature. That's the Insider Essay, tonight at 7:30, only on SABC3.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
One positive that has come out of the COVID-19 pandemic is how the lockdown has forced all of us to slow down, helping us gain perspective and steer our focus onto important factors like our health. Today we celebrate World Heart Day, and with COVID-19 cases still at a high, adopting a healthy lifestyle that will go a long way in looking after our hearts is more important than ever. We are joined this morning by cardiologist Dr. Shirley Middlemost, who will be chatting all things heart health and the importance of maintaining a healthy lifestyle. A very good morning, doctor. I know it was a long drive. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for inviting me.
Cardiovascular diseases, the world's #1 most causes of death. Can you please talk us through the risk factors that come with it and what people can do to prevent it?
Certainly, I can give you some South African perspective. And we know that 1 in 7 of the cardiovascular deaths in South Africa are due to cardiovascular disease. In fact, every hour there are 5 heart attacks and 10 strokes, and of those, 10 do not survive. So we have a serious problem in South Africa. The risk factors are well known. In fact, there was a very important study done already in 2004, which analysed close to 30,000 people in 52 different countries and found that there are 9 modifiable risk factors that account for 90% of the heart attacks that happen, which means there's a lot we can do to reduce our risk. So the big ones obviously are high blood pressure, diabetes, smoking, truncal obesity, also physical inactivity, and psychosocial stress, which is a very important subject, especially in the time of COVID. Those are what we can modify in our lives. Things we can't change are family history or the fact that you're getting older. The good things that we can do, eat fruit and vegetables, exercise, and limited amounts of alcohol have been shown to be protective in terms of preventing a heart attack. So those are all factors that patients can work on. So the duty of our doctors is to get those blood pressures controlled, assess patients for their risk and to treat those risk factors.
I know you touched on it a little bit, but can you please expand more extensively as to what we can do to kind of have it controlled or maintain it at a normal rate?
Okay, the sad news is that in sub-Saharan Africa, 70% of patients do not know that they've got diabetes. And more than 70% of diabetics die under the age of 60 in sub-Saharan Africa. Wow. Also, half the patients do not even know they have high blood pressure. Of those that know, only half of them are on treatment. Of those that are on treatment, about 10% are controlled. So there's a lot of work to do, and we need to enforce primary health care, ask patients to have, or the public, go for a blood pressure check. For example, we have these vitality checks where you have your cholesterol checked, sugar, blood pressure. They're all very important things to do on an annual basis because you won't feel them.
Also, leading a very healthy lifestyle in general is very good for not only our physical health, but also our mental health as well. How would you encourage people to kind of take on this healthy lifestyle?
Firstly, stress. Psychosocial stress, which refers to a broad spectrum of things, including anxiety, depression, and now financial stress, job stress, which we all know have had serious impacts during COVID. Those factors play very much into your physical well-being. So doing more leisure activities if you can. You need to exercise, walking briskly for 30 to 60 minutes a day if you can, most days of the week. That helps patients also to de-stress, to sleep better, keep their weight down, which is important. And your weight control is another problem in South Africa. Already in 2009, 40% of men are overweight and 70% of women are overweight. So that's a big problem. So, for example, park further away from the shops, walk to the store, use your bicycle. Also regarding foods, try and stay away from fast foods. The whole thing is go natural. So have your fruit and vegetables, your whole grains, fish, poultry, and have limited amounts of saturated fats. Because cholesterol in South Africa is another problem, because we have a genetic problem, and 1 in 80 people carry the gene for high cholesterol, whereas the rest of the world it's 1 to 2 or 300 people that have the gene. Because cholesterol lowering has been shown to be the most important thing to do to prevent stroke and heart attack.
I mean, what I've learned in our conversation this morning is that we just need to take a holistic approach to life. It's not necessarily about trying to cure, but mostly prevent from having anything happen from you. Thank you so much, Dr. Shirley Middlemost, for coming in and shedding some light on this very important conversation. I mean, the statistics are honestly just shocking, and it's up to us within our personal capacities to do what we can to lead a healthy lifestyle. It's really important that we we constantly remind and educate ourselves on everything we have covered today. We only have one life, and we need to look after the best we can. Let's stand together unified and participate in World Heart Day global campaign by taking charge of our heart health and that of our loved ones.
Brought to you in good health by Asino Pharma.
Such a good chat about heart health, and of course we are celebrating and bringing awareness on World Heart Day today. And one way to do this is through regular exercise. And of course, staying fit and active is one of the best ways to strengthen your heart and reduce the risk of heart disease. And a brisk 30-minute walk can make such a big difference, but can also take care of and preserve your heart from the comfort of your home. And now this workout is quite an easy one. It's quite simple, and Jamie and I are going to take you through the process on how to get this heart jacked, bouncing, booming, and ready for the day.
I don't know why I said it's easy, because we just went through it and I'm already dying. So you are definitely burning up a sweat and getting the heart ready. So
yeah,
let's
so
get
what
right
we
into
have
it.
is kettlebells in front of us. Of course, you guys don't have to have a kettlebell. You're more than welcome to do this exact same movement without a kettlebell. But what we're going to do is a full body workout. It's not too intense. It's got a good flow. It's got a good strength dynamic, and we're just moving, which is the main principle of the day to get this muscle firing and pounding. So we're going down to the ground, starting with the upper body. We've got a push-pull complex, which I absolutely love. We work in the pecs. We work in the lower, the upper back as well as the stabilizer in the shoulders, right? So I've got a kettlebell over here. If you don't have a kettlebell at home, you can use a book even for this one. You can use a water bottle like we always do, or anything else that has weight. And if you don't want to use weight, you don't have to, and use your own upper body. So we're starting off in the high plank, keeping your core nice and engaged. And what you're going to do is take your book, your weight, or anything else, and just transfer it over to the other side. And this is the first part of 3 moves within this one exercise. All right, so just transferring the weight across, you're going to feel your core engaged quite a bit. Try not to move and wobble around. That means that you're not stabilizing your core well enough. And once you've done that and you've got the hang of that, what you're going to do is throw in a push-up. So I've moved it to the other side. Now we go for a nice push-up, nice and low, and then transferring it over to the other side. I love your work, Jamie, nice and strong. Remember the first day we started this, you couldn't even do a push-up on your own. You were chilling on your knees, and now you're doing one with a kettlebell in one hand.
Are you coming for me after the orange and lemon?
Yes. So now is the third part of this movement, which is quite exciting. We've got the push, we've worked the pecs, we've worked the core. Now we're going to work the lower back. And what we're going to do is we go from a push-up into a pull. So keeping your core engaged, pull up as nice as you can, squeeze those gaps together, bring it down, transfer it over, and then you're starting over with another rep. How did that feel?
So keep smile and wave.
Smile and wave. So keep your core engaged. Once again, we're going for another push-up, upper body, keep those pecs squeezing. And now we're going to pull up all the way, get that back nice and engaged, and then keep the core engaged while we transfer over. Let's do one more time. Jamie, show everybody at home. Let's go for a push-up. Let's get another pull in, squeezing that lower back, and then transferring the weight over to the other side. And just alone on that already, I'm getting a lekker sweat. The heart's definitely pounding. I don't know about you.
The rock is cooking.
Smile and wave. All right. So the next one, we're moving over to the to the lower body now, and a little bit more core as well. So it's going to involve a little bit of a dynamic movement, and this is the jump element. Again, you do not need a weight at all. You can do this without a weight. We want an extra challenge, and of course, Jamie Lee is on a fitness journey of note, so I've got to keep up with her as well. So we're starting off with a nice squat jump. So having your back nice and neutral, spine is of course nice and straight. You go for a quick jump, and then back down, bring it up, switch up, and then press up into the air. Yeah, that's that Lion King moment right there. So let's try that again. So we're going now for a squat jump. Good engagement. And your Lion King moment over there. The Lion King moment is perfect. It's working the core, it's working the pecs as well as the front area of the shoulders as well. And then also when we're in that squat, we're engaging the glutes, the legs and everything else. And as you can see, I'm already getting sweaty.
I love as well that we're doing a full body workout. So you targeting every muscle in there, pushing up. So back at it.
Let's get back at it. One jump, snatch, and press. Let's go one more time. Feel this flow as well, which I absolutely love. It's low impact, but it's getting a good movement on the body, and we're working that entire range. Whoop, I skipped mine there.
You skipped.
Let's go for one more little jump, ooh, and a press, and then a snatch. Whoa. Jamie Lee Domberg, I'm impressed. You're not even sweating. You're not even out of breath.
I'm sweating internally.
That heart is way too healthy. All right, so the last one, this is fun, and this is where you guys
one.
need to concentrate. Yes, yes.
Now I'm going to
This
sweat.
is the dessert, all right? So this last one's quite tricky again. I would suggest you have a weight for this one, or something that you can grab in your hand, because it allows for that technicality. Okay. We're going to use coordination, and we're going to try to get our body to be pumping at the same time, all right? So pay attention now. This is not so much a move as it is a movement, and it's a combination of a few complexes. So we start off with a swing, all right? Nice and easy. So you got your right hand there, swing. Then the next one, you're going to go through the legs into the right arm. Straight up, for a shoulder press. Bang! Come back down. Lovely work. Now the swing, switch over to the left, swing again through the legs, and then we're going to go for that press. What, Jamie? I'm impressed. I love it, man. That is awesome stuff. Wow.
That is a wrap for me.
I'm sure. I'm actually shocked. This exercise is so tough. It involves the stabilizers, the shoulders, of course. Your legs, your coordination needs to come into play, and you need to keep your breath, of course.
How many rounds would you suggest?
So each of these exercises, you can do 30 seconds on with a 15-second break, or 45 seconds on with a 15-second break, and you can go for 3 rounds in total. So that'll give you a full 9-minute workout doing each exercise 3 times.
High intensity coming in. This is definitely the ways you can strengthen your heart, work on that heart muscle, because it is World Heart Day. Let us know what you thought about that workout on our social media. Expresso Morning Show, SABC3. That was a good one.
Let's take it back. You ready?
Yes.
Let's do that swing again. I loved it.
Cadbury Dairy Milk Glass and a Half project presents There's a Story in Everyone. Visit cadbury.co.za/storytime for more information on how to share your inspirational story.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back on a very inspiring note. Now, last week we got to see the Hope-tober bus in full force, driving from hospital to hospital, restoring hope and spreading joy and love with the power of song in Johannesburg. Well, today we're going to hit the streets of Cape Town, and Kat is going to lend his voice to an awesome bunch. Take a look.
Thank you very much, Gian. A very good morning to you, Expresso family. I'm coming to you live from Pardon Island, where the Hope-tober bus is about to undertake its journey through the streets of Cape Town. The cast and crew have been preparing, and they are sounding swimmingly well. Good morning, everybody! Let me bring in for the moment media personality and Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave Ambassador, Nicole Kappa, to get a bit of a sense of what's going to be happening throughout the day. But of course, Nicole, great to see you.
Good morning, Kat.
Swinging your flag very
Yes,
proudly
of course.
wherever you go. You did so in the streets of Johannesburg last week. Quickly, tell me about how the people of Joburg responded to having the Hope-tober bus go around and bring around joy and hope.
This has been way more rewarding than we could ever have imagined. The whole of Johannesburg and Pretoria, you see the healthcare workers that have been literally in the trenches, on the front lines, singing and dancing in the streets. There's an attitude of hope which the Adcock Ingram Sponsors of Brave Hope-tober bus has brought back to the streets, which I think has been so important.
Absolutely, and everyone is sounding super excited to carry on this journey and spread the joy and hope throughout South Africa as well. So a very busy day ahead, right? So
Yes.
what have you planned?
We're excited. We're hitting 4 hospitals in Cape Town today. We're going to N1 City, we're going to Groote Schuur, we're going to Somerset, and ending off at the Netcare Chris Barnard Hospital.
Excellent. Now, quickly, for everyone who doesn't know yet, what is the entire drive behind this initiative and campaign?
Adcock Ingram OTC has spent the entire year rewarding and spotlighting these frontline healthcare heroes through their different programs, through Sponsors of Brave, which actually was a competition run to identify these heroes on the front line. And now we just want to say thank you. We want to bring them songs of hope with these incredible performers who have literally been surviving COVID themselves in various aspects. And we're bringing the performing arts back to South Africa, back to the healthcare workers, and just to add some joy back into everybody's lives.
Yeah, and speaking of those incredible performers, I'm going to ask one of them to come and join us. So thank you very much, Nicole. Leah van Niekerk, actress and singer, who's just also been just cha-cha-chaing all over the place. You must be very excited to be part of this team.
I am. I can sing again. Yay!
Finally,
It's been a tough
finally.
year, hey?
Yeah.
But this is so exciting. The other artists are all amazing. Namisa, Kino, Lee, Mortimer, and Nanelle, and then of course Nicole. That's our MC. It's just so fun, and everyone's so positive and happy, and this is going to be an amazing day.
Tell me about the music, because obviously that's a very strong component and a very important component of this entire campaign. You got to choose the songs carefully to make sure that when those healthcare workers hear them, they get the energy, they get the joy, they get the hope back in them. So what are you performing?
They are literally going to know every single song. It's all proudly South African songs, some gut-wrenching tear jerkers, and then obviously the happy clap songs that they'll just want to dance with. So it's a bit of everything just to lift the spirits.
Yeah. And for you personally, why was it so important to get involved in this initiative?
Oh, when I first heard about it, I just thought, you know, there's one thing that never dies, and that's hope. But the other thing also is music. Music will never fade, it will never die. And if we can lift some spirits and just make people smile with music, I mean, then it feels like my job here is done, you know? It's been a tough year on all of us.
Yeah.
And the frontline healthcare workers, they are the heroes of today. It is about them today. So I'm just so glad that I can say thank you and show my appreciation with all of these amazing people.
Yeah, well, you and the rest of the team are doing an absolutely fantastic job. I've had a taste teaser of what Cape Town can expect, and there's a little surprise coming up for you a little bit later on, so don't go anywhere.
Thank you very much, Kat. Of course, that performance is going to be coming up later here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. They're coming to you live from Pardon Island, a medley of all the South African favorites that you want to be hearing. Of course, we're going to be seeing this bus go across Cape Town, spreading all of the love and all of the hope and joy that people so desperately need. But what we need right now is to look after our hearts. And of course, a happy heart can be the result of many things: a good mood, fun, and laughter. But most importantly, from enjoying a healthy and balanced diet, of course, all of those things can come to life. Thanks to Be Well's Hot Cookbook, or Happy Heart Cookbook, doing exactly that is a breeze, and absolutely delicious too. Introducing the Queen of Hearts quiche, which we're going to be making now. It's loaded with the goodness of hot, healthy canola and olive oil blend, and cast in golden homemade pastry. Stop drooling, you. Come on, and let's start cooking. Neil Anthony's here with me in the kitchen. Let's get going. Okay, so what do we have here, Neil?
So we've got a couple of stages to go through. First of all, you need to make your base, basically, your sort of your shell, which is quite simple. You blend together some oats with some flour.
What flour is this?
This is normal flour, and then we've got some chickpea flour going in as well, and you've got some salt going in, and then you've got some chia seeds that you soak in water.
Nice.
So they all go in, boom, boom, boom. You mix that all together. Yep. You can do this in a food processor, you can do it by hand.
Okay.
It's all good.
What do you
prefer? A little bit of oil in there as well. I use a food processor, yeah.
A food processor.
Yeah. No, it's a lot easier.
Okay.
But so then you can work that into a nice paste. So that all goes into your quiche tin or quiche thing, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
A quiche
thing.
Baking tray.
Yeah.
That goes. Then you can poke that with a fork, and then you can also line it and blind bake it.
Why are you poking it?
So that it doesn't rise.
Okay, cool.
Nice
That's
and
a
flat
good
on the
tip.
bottom. Yeah.
That is a really good tip, because you need to avoid the rise going on.
Exactly.
Okay,
You don't want to have that rise going on. And then you need to work your filling as well, which is also super, super simple. A nice amount of that olive oil into a pan.
I'm
nice
seeing
and hot.
so much of the good stuff going on here.
All the goodness.
So you got the onions there.
Yeah, onions go in. Boom. And we've got some nice, beautiful green courgettes going in as well.
Nice.
They go in. I mean, you can play around with your filling here. You can add anything you like. I mean, as long as you keep it nice and hearty and nice and fresh as well.
Yeah.
Of course.
Some mushrooms
go in there as well. That's always good.
Uh-huh.
Some garlic goes in. Don't add your garlic too early because you don't want to burn it.
Yeah.
You still want to get all your ingredients nice and cooked.
I love that the garlic already just adds that strong kick.
No, for sure. It's good for your heart as well, garlic, I think.
Yes, it was. It's good for your health.
It's
I'm
good
sure
for
your
your
heart
health,
is part of it as well. So your overall health, which is great. Of course, we already do have our canola, our Be Well canola olive oil, which is endorsed by the Heart and Stroke Foundation of South Africa.
Boom.
That is a stamp of approval that says that this is good for your heart. It's the healthy choice when you are making the canola oil or olive oil choice in the kitchen.
So while that cooks down, we're going to make another part of that filling, which is then we have a natural yeast here, which gives us that sort of. So this is a vegan dish, obviously.
Yes, this is a plant-based dish.
Yeah, plant-based dish. Yeah. That natural yeast gives us that. It's almost like a Parmesan replacement.
Oh, nice.
So it gives it a nice sort of cheesiness, which is
so
great.
for someone who actually just doesn't know what this would actually be like without Parmesan, there we go. Neil has sort of, solved that conundrum there. But of course, diet and health is the conversation this morning. Be Well is endorsed by the Heart and Stroke Foundation of South Africa, which I have absolutely mentioned. It's good for your health. It's good for your heart. They really do care about the health of your heart. And think about it. We're nothing without our hearts.
Exactly.
We don't
Zero.
exist without our hearts.
Exactly. And then you put in, this is a milk substitute, so you can use like an almond milk or an oat milk or something like that.
Love that.
Also great. Lemon zest in there just to get it nice and fresh. You can add some more oil to it as well, also to sort of get it perfect consistency.
Yeah.
So this sort of acts as our sort of, essentially our sort of eggs, as if we were doing this in a normal sort of quiche sort of situation.
I love that.
So as this cooks down, pop some baby spinach in there as well.
Oh, look at all of that goodness.
All the
of
goodness,
that
baby.
goodness in a pan.
Yeah. So then that goes like that. Now, what you can do then is take this mixture, also and put that through a food processor, so it's a little bit, a little bit finer, a little bit easier to eat. But you can keep it as chunky as you like as well. I mean, there's no rules in this recipe.
You also don't want to completely kill it. Like you don't want to be mashing it up completely and mixing it all up too much.
Exactly.
I think it looks pretty as it is so far for now.
So give that a nice shake around. And then you can pop this
in there.
Mixture in. So yet again,
it
pop
smells
this in.
So good.
So good. Mix that through.
Yeah.
Pop it into your blind baked quiche dish. And then that goes into the oven for about half an hour. Just to get a nice crust on top, nice and golden. Boom,
look at what it looks like when you're done. I mean, this.
Couple of nice leaves on top.
This is beautiful. It looks so good, and it doesn't take long to make
Not at all.
as well. All you do
Just
is
a
mix all
nice
of those ingredients together, throw it in the oven, get it out, and this is what you have: a heart-friendly and heart-healthy meal on your
from our heart
on your
to
table.
yours.
From our heart, from Neil's heart to all of our hearts. But of course, my heart is happy and my taste buds are about to explode thanks to this Queen of Hearts quiche. If you love this recipe and you want to get your hands on many more recipes like this, and they've got lots of them to inspire you, go on to bewellfoods.co.za /cookbook/ to download your free copy of the Happy Heart Cookbook today. That's bewellfoods.co.za. I can't wait to get involved.
Get involved, mate.
Let's get some forks. Let's do it.
Do it.
Yes.
Visit bewellfoods.co.za to download your free Happy Heart Cookbook today. Be Well. Love. Food. Life.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso on World Heart Day. So cardiovascular disease is, get this, the leading cause of death worldwide, taking nearly 18 million lives every year. So September is Heart Awareness Month, and today we are celebrating, as I said, World Heart Day. In this COVID-19 era, those with heart disease are at a far greater risk of developing more severe forms of the virus. We've proven this on the show. Our trusted medical advisor, Dr. Darren Green, now joins us via video call from Golden Gate Bridge, by the looks of things, with some absolutely priceless knowledge to share. How's your heart feeling, Doc? You know, you have a special place in our heart, but this is an important day.
It's feeling very warm and fuzzy when I see you guys looking all schnazzy in studio. So yeah, all good. Thank you.
Truly warm this side, Doc. I'm going to start off by asking, you know, what the most common misconceptions are about heart health.
Yeah, I think one of the big ones is that people think that heart disease is for old people. And I think they think that they're immune when they're younger. And heart attacks happen to people that eat lots of fatty foods and people that are really, really unhealthy, and only happens to overweight people. I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions. Sure, those are risk factors, which we'll get to in a moment. But certainly heart disease affects and causes over 17 million deaths worldwide every year. And in South Africa, we have 5 heart attacks happening every hour, for those that didn't know. So I think it's quite important to understand that even the young are now prone to developing heart attacks, and a lot of people need to catch a bit of a wake-up.
Wake-up call is needed. You mentioned some of the risk factors. I'm sure there is a genetic element there, but there is so much that we can control. What are the major risk factors when it comes to heart disease?
Yeah, the big one being obviously hypertension or uncontrolled blood pressure. And with that, obviously, the association of eating and consuming too much salt. So blood pressure control is one of them. Then we move on to things like smoking, which accelerates your risk of coronary vessel disease considerably and developing, obviously, closed and blocked pipes. And then a sedentary lifestyle in terms of not being active and moving and actually, enhancing your metabolism. And then, obviously, obesity is a massive risk factor as well. So are other things like, for example, the direct correlation between how much alcohol we drink, how much we sleep, and also, obviously, your family history, your genetics, which I think we alluded to a little bit earlier.
And what are the signs that we need to look out for, Doctor, when we're looking out for a heart attack or heart disease?
Yeah, so heart attack is very specific. It's a very different kind of scenario, and it can present in so many different ways in a male and a female, for example. But the typical textbook definition of a heart attack is a central crushing chest pain, which feels like an elephant sitting on your chest, basically with associated symptoms of pain radiating into your arm. It can be your arm and your neck, for example, and the jawline. Associated with that could be nausea, sweating, what we call diaphoresis. But besides those symptoms of having a typical heart attack with pain, there are also other symptoms which could signify early heart disease. And heart disease means that pump function obviously is not functioning as well as it should be. And those are things like shortness of breath with minimal exertion, things like swelling of the feet and the legs and the hands, and obviously a buildup of fluid in the body as well. And then obviously tiredness, excessive fatigue that can't be explained by any other medical cause. Those are warning signs that you shouldn't leave uninvestigated.
So let's take it a step further. Does cardiovascular disease lead to a heart attack, or are there other risks associated with that? And why is it so dangerous? Just to reinforce that.
No, 100%. So the term cardiovascular disease encompasses anything that affects the heart and the blood vessels. And there's a spectrum of diseases and causes ranging from the heart muscle itself, with birth defects in that muscle and the chambers and the shape of the heart, etc. The valves can also have abnormalities when you're born. Then you have the vascular component, which is the blood vessel supplying oxygen to the heart muscle, the pump itself, which can become blocked due to numerous causes, including obviously the cholesterol plaques, including things like spasm of that blood vessel, including cocaine, when people use cocaine and it causes those blood vessels to constrict, for example. So quite a few things. So rhythms of the heart can go wrong, congenital abnormalities, and then obviously what we call coronary artery disease, which are the blood vessels actually supplying the heart with oxygen.
Dr. Darren Green, thank you so much for joining us this morning on World Heart Day. I've learned quite a bit, and I feel like after the show I have to go see the doctor immediately. Sleep, etc.
Keep moving, friend. Keep moving.
Just keep moving, man. I love the fact that, yes, it is definitely worth being terrified about, but there is so much that we can do to look after ourselves.
Absolutely.
Doctor, thank you so much for proclaiming that from Golden Gate Bridge this morning. Go and have a beautiful day and look after that heart. And just to reiterate what Dr. Darren Green has said, just go and spend 30 minutes a day being active. Take care of your diet, and then obviously, you know, those major risk factors, things like smoking and a sedentary lifestyle. Try and avoid that wherever possible. But just look after your heart. It's the only one you have, especially on World Heart Day.
You're still locked in. It's your feel-good breakfast show, and as we start to approach warmer days, it's important that we take a look at some important summer skincare rules for dry skin. And now, being exposed to the sun, the heat, and days in the pool can start to dry out your skin and dehydrate you, which can affect the appearance of your skin. So we're chatting to dermatologist Dr. Tessa Hoffman on how we can keep dry skin healthy, happy, and hydrated this summer. Doc, how are you doing this morning?
I'm well, thank you.
Now listen, Doc, as the warm summer days slowly start creeping in, how can this affect those with dry skin?
So increased sun exposure goes hand in hand with increased heat and sweating. This, coupled with the drying effect of air conditioning, can all exacerbate dry skin conditions such as eczema and xerosis. Other trigger factors during the summer months include activities like swimming in a chlorinated pool, sitting on the grass, lathering on sunscreen, all under a pollen-rich tree.
These serious skin conditions that you earlier mentioned, eczema, psoriasis, can these factors also trigger these conditions?
So we typically see eczema all year round, and the effect that climate and weather has on eczema has puzzled scientists worldwide for decades. Some people, the eczema flares are worse in winter, and some people, it's worse in summer. What we do find is that eczema often becomes difficult to control in the summer months because the itch associated with eczema intensifies quite significantly. Allergen triggers such as grass, pollen, dander also increase during the summertime, which can also exacerbate eczema. Psoriasis, on the other hand, typically gets better during the summertime due to increased exposure to natural sunlight. Ultraviolet light hinders the rapid cell division which characterizes psoriasis. So typically psoriasis patients love summer months.
Oh, wow, okay, very, very interesting stuff. So how important is moisture when it comes to healthy, strong skin?
So, as you know, our skin is our biggest organ, and it performs a number of vital functions. For example, it helps fight bacteria, it eliminates waste, it regulates our body temperature, and it helps sort of fight against serious physical injury. If the skin is compromised or damaged in any way, it can't perform these important functions. And the main preventable cause of compromised skin is dryness. So yes, having a moisturized skin is absolutely important.
Oh, wow. Now, listen, Doc, I've got to ask you a tip here, and I think I'm going to be listening very carefully. I'm someone that enjoys the warmer summer months. Of course, I'm out in the outdoors, and I'm engulfing myself in these playgrounds. So what should we be doing to protect dry skin over these warm summer months?
Yes, so during the summertime, we're more likely to swim more and more likely to sweat more, so we're more likely to wash more. The main things we need to do is have a lukewarm shower rather than a long soak in a hot bath. Secondly, it's important to moisturize straight after the shower. So as you get out the shower, while your skin is still damp, you moisturize with a thick ointment rather than a lotion. Thirdly is choose the correct sunscreen. For dry skin, eczema-prone skin, or sensitive skin, a mineral or physical sunscreen is much healthier rather than a chemical sunscreen. So look out for zinc oxide and titanium dioxide as ingredients. So lastly, you're more likely to be dehydrated. The more you drink water, the healthier your skin looks.
All right, I will never forget that one. And Doc, I can't thank you enough. We're chilling here with Dr. Tessa Hoffman. That's helping us educate ourselves on our skin and also maybe just getting that glow back once again, of course. But I can't thank you enough for sharing all your wisdom with us, and I hope you have a beautiful day.
My pleasure.
Protecting and guarding your skin should always be the first step when it comes to caring for your skin. And the Dexerol range is formulated specifically to treat dry skin conditions, giving your skin the love it deserves.
Do you have dry skin caused by hand sanitizing? Keep the moisture balance with Dexerol, scientifically proven to restore dry skin. Dexerol, evidence makes us.
Hey Expresso family, it's time for you to get creative and start cooking or baking your family favorites with Snowflake for your chance to win great cash prizes.
We want you to share your Snowflake homemade creations and memories with families all around South Africa.
Share a photo of your Snowflake homemade recipe using any Snowflake product to our Expresso Facebook or Twitter page. Tell us why this recipe is so special to you and use the hashtag Snowflake Homemade. And 3 lucky winners will walk away with a grand prize of 5,000 Rand cash each.
Create flop-proof homemade happiness and memories with Snowflake.
The competition closes the 30th of September 2020 and T's and C's can be found at www.expressoshow.com.
What's better than a sugar-coated, deliciously crispy golden brown donut and 100% Arabica beans brewed to perfection? Treat yourself and warm up your morning with a little sweetness from McCafe with the all-new mini donut and cappuccino offer. A little lovin' doesn't have to cost a lot. Great coffee, simple.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it, your feel-good breakfast show. It is Expresso. We're live on SABC3 with just a few minutes to go, but lots and lots of feel-good and lots of hope to still take in because the Hopetober bus is officially on the road.
Yes, and they're gearing up for their final performance of Spirit of a Great Heart. Kat is standing by to show us an end of the show on a right note.
Thanks very much, Jamie Lee and Uncle Tabsy. Now, right now, I'm experiencing the very rare privilege of standing atop the Hopetober bus, where the team, Mortimer, Leah, Namisa, Kino Lee, Nicole and Linnell are getting ready to light up the streets of Cape Town over this day and the next couple of days in order to spread joy and hope through music and through song. And since today is also Heart Health Day, it's quite appropriate that they're going to be taking us into the rest of the day with a performance of one of the greatest, my favorite South African song, Great Heart.
stand me by underneath the African skies. A great heart to stand me by. I'm searching for the spirit of the great heart to hold and keep me by. I'm searching for the spirit of the great heart under African skies. Sometimes I feel that you really know me. Sometimes there's so much you can show me. There's a highway of stars across the heavens. There's a whispering song of wind in the grass. There's a rolling of thunder through the savannah. A hope and a dream at the edge of the sky. And your life is a song like the wind. Yeah, your life is a song like the wind. I'm searching for the spirit of a great heart to hold and stand me by. I'm searching for the spirit of the great heart under African skies. I'm searching for the spirit of the great heart. I see the fire in your eyes. I'm searching for the spirit of the great heart that beats so deep inside. Sometimes I feel that you really know me. Sometimes there's so much you can show me. Come on. Here we go. I'm searching for the spirit of the great heart to hold and keep me by. I'm searching for the spirit of the great heart under African sky. I'm searching for the spirit of the great heart to hold and keep me by. I'm searching for the spirit of the great heart under African sky.
What a performance. Spirit of
So much
a great heart. But
He's dancing without music.
Oh, yeah.
My best part is like, I can't hear. I'm like, even if you gave
Just
me the
move.
tune, you still
This has been such a beautiful morning. Hopefully that's put a smile on your face. Of course, the Hope-tober bus goes across Cape Town today, spreading all of that love and hope. Because the month of October, guys, is the month of hope. It's Hope-tober.
It is, man. Well, hopefully you are feeling inspired, and if that's just one iota of the feeling and the joy that they're going to be spreading today, we send the team so much love. And of course, we are going to be sharing in a little bit of love ourselves. We've got the Rockets in studio at 11:30 this morning, continuing their Legend. They've got an amazing show online that we'll delve into at 11:30 for our midday broadcast. So thank you so much for joining us. And don't forget about your heart, guys. It is World Heart Day. The figures are staggering, so please just take a moment to look after yourself because you're important. We need you, man.
Yeah, and it's also Tuesday, the Insider SA happening tonight. Don't forget to catch that tonight, right here on SABC3. But for now, we love you guys. See you back here at 11:30.
Clover has been part of our South African heritage for over 120 years and wishes you all a happy Heritage Month. Made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.